Hello, I'm Mike Like, and welcome back to Salt. So I'm working on a quest called A Particular Poacher that the jungle adventurer or explorer gave to me. So we had to find a poacher's boot so that his ankles can be hurt, just as the adventurers were. A little bit silly, I don't mind that. Oh yeah, can't quit till it's swimming, can I? So we have to roam through some of these jungles and try to find some poachers. Did I go to that desert island? Yes, I did. This is one of the islands that I was on before. Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't take forever to find that guy. I know some of these quests can take quite a long time. When I was looking for heart from an ancient, that took me quite a few hours. So I just got this book called The Fog, A Tale of Horror. And it's green. So let's see what that's all about. If I could actually find... Okay, that wasn't too hard. The Fog, Entry 1. I don't pretend to understand much. Life passes you by in the blink of an eye, and there you are. Left standing on the shore, wondering where it all went. But in my years, I feel that I've gained at least some knowledge. Some insight into this world I call home. I spent decades sailing around with various crews, exploring different places, and working countless odd jobs here and there. During all those ventures, there's really only one thing I can come away with for sure. I am terrified at what lies beyond the sea. You might think me paranoid in my old age, and well, perhaps you'd be right. But do not be fooled. It is not paranoia that breeds my fear and concerns for what waits out there. It is events that have unfolded before my very eyes. The realities, no matter how far-fetched, that I've had come face to face with. I've seen things, indescribable things that you wouldn't believe, even if I told you. All of these experiences have made me wary in my travels, made me afraid to step foot in the shadows. Unfortunately, my last crew did not share the same concerns. Is that it? We had set sail for an island north of the dry rum port, a despicable place, full of the most vile pirates I've ever met. The island we were headed towards was rumored to be a particularly rewarding place for poachers, such as myself. We heard of many rare game and wildlife that roamed the island, hides of which merchants would pay a good price for. When we arrived on the shore of the island, I knew that something felt wrong. I don't really know how to explain it. I just felt as though we should not be there. I knew better than to argue with our leaders, though, and so I kept my mouth shut. It wasn't long before dark. What? When we first headed into the jungle, I knew that it would likely get dark, and fear began to work. What? It wasn't long before dark. I knew that it would likely get dark. What? That's weird. It began to work its way through my veins. The last thing I wanted was to get caught in the godforsaken place after sunset. Nevertheless, the crew kept pushing forward, and I tagged along. Every so often, I would cut an X shape into a tree so that we could find our way back should we get lost, or so I had hoped. Entry 4. I'm not sure how long we had been traveling into the jungle, but before we knew it, night had fallen. The trees and foliage were so thick that it was difficult to tell when it got dark, since the sun was mostly blotted out anyway. Once we realized it was dark and getting too difficult to see, we lit our torches and decided to make our way back to shore. This proved not to be too easy. Wow, this is long. As the light from our torches burned into the dark, I noticed a strange fog surrounding us. It was so thick that you couldn't see past the length of your arm. I quickly remembered the X's I marked in the trees. How the heck you don't find them in fog? Could they still be seen? Panicking, I looked around at the trees I could find, and to my horror saw no X's. I had already found myself dismayed. Now I was terrified. Entry 5. Once we realized we were lost and had no way of finding our way back, fear began to set in. The other crew started to panic, and just when I thought things could not get worse, we heard the most awful sound ever to have fallen upon my ears. The sound erupted the forest, but I could make no point of origin. It sounded like a huge beast was tearing through the trees, casting them aside like toothpicks. I couldn't make no sense of what was happening, but I knew I had to get out of there. The problem was I could see nothing in the thick, imprisoning fog. The sound grew louder, and I realized it was heading this way. I looked behind me and saw my crewmate, Everett. Didn't I read a book about Everett? Staring at me with wide eyes. I could barely make him out through the fog, but he appeared to be reaching his hand out to me. Before I could make contact with him, his body twisted in an impossibly contorted position and was sucked into the fog with such horrendous speed. I heard him scream out, but his voice faded quickly into the void. It was time to leave. Wasn't it time to leave before? With haste, I picked a direction and ran as fast as I could. All I could hear behind me were the agonizing screams of the crew and the roar of whatever beast devoured them. With each step further into the forest, I could hear a thud drumming in my ears, not knowing if my feet smacking the ground or my heart beating in my chest. Okay, this is it. Last page. Last 2 pages. I ran for what felt like hours with the sound of the beat ever so slowly getting further away. Finally, the fog seemed to thin, and I started to catch a glimpse of moonlight. The treetops were this thick, and I could see further ahead. I then heard the most calming sound I could have encountered, the sound of the sea. Without hesitation, I quickly looked around for a boat. To my relief, I saw it not far from where I was. When I finally made my way to it, I quickly hopped on board and started preparing the sails. I began to feel guilty and wonder if I should wait on anyone else from the crew, but fear got the best of me. This was every man for himself. With the sails up and me at the helm, I headed for horizon. Aiming to put as much distance between me and the island as possible. It's been a few years now since the event. A day doesn't go by that I've troubled with guilt and curiosity with the events that unfolded. I thought that maybe writing everything down would help me deal with my demons and finally put them to rest. So that's really what this is. It is my attempt to learn how to cope with what I've done. Should anyone ever read this, I hope that you can understand my decision why I did what I did. Nevertheless, I do not wish these horrors on anyone. If in your travels you find yourself lost in fog, run. Yeah, so I wonder if that's a thing that's going to happen. I'll be traveling through the jungle one night, and then, blam, I'm in fog, and there's some indescribable horrors after me. I don't think this game has fog yet, now that I think about it. That would be an interesting thing to have, though. Especially seeing as dealing with the sea and whatnot. Am I back where I started to? Yeah, I think that's the adventure over there. I think I'm going to have to find another island. I did not find the poacher's boots on this one. Yeah, this is the adventure there. He's not moving. Let's go up and kill that guy up there. I think that's a guy. I think it is. Could be a tree. I can't remember where I binded my... Sounded somewhere behind me. I'm getting paranoid again. Nope, that was not a guy. Oh, this is. He missed me. And I missed him. Kinda waited too long. He's stabbing me right in the eye. Bandages, good. Money, good. I like how they hurt me and then they give me bandages back. It's great. And sometimes they give you strong bandages. It's fantastic. Oops, not walking in there. I got poisoned last time. What's this thing? Is that a jungle bud? No, it's not. It's a stupid poison flower. Remember what poison... Is that a albino deer? Looks like it. I have a lot of these. See if I can get them. Geez, that didn't really hurt it at all. Are these arrows even as good as the other ones I have? Where'd a deer go? Should be easy. I remember first when I started playing this game, I chased a albino deer around an entire island. Could not find them in at all. And this one seems to have disappeared as well. Poopy. Oh well. Let's go find another jungle island. Oh, there's my boat right there. Let's just go to my boat. Hey, look, it's this guy. I wonder, is this the same place I found him last time? I'm at 25 west, 41 south. Gambler's lure. I think I bought one of those, didn't I? Lucky Fisherman's Hat provides a nice place to keep your fishing lures for easy access. And what does it cost? It costs a... Oh. I was trying to read what that says. It says can't afford. Elusive Joe. Certainly elusive. I haven't seen it. Fisherman's Boots. 2 to deep sea catch bonus. I see. I think I have that. Escort. I want it. 1 gambler's lure received. It's blue too, so blue stuff is usually really good. Getting any bites? Just mosquitoes here. The Jungle Fisherman. Well, hello there. Are you a fisherman too? I love fishing. In fact, I would go as far to call it my life purpose. I'm a collector of fish. I count myself very lucky. I lost my spot. To live in a world with so much water, filled with so many types of fish. I hear that there are some exotic fish that swim near these jungle islands. You're welcome to help me find some of these that I haven't yet been able to catch. If you find one, I'll trade you for it. About that guar I caught. Guar snout. I do have this one. Ankle nibblers they are. Nearly lost a foot a year back while dangling my feet off the boat. These wretched fish will eat anything that lands in the water. They seem to be populated more heavily near the jungle, so I've rarely heard of them not in deep water. Oh, out in deep water, rather. So I definitely have one of those. I lost my... See what else this is. So you want to hear about the venomous barracuda. Catching one of these creatures won't be easy. Venomous barracuda are predatory fish, not interested in a particular lure bait. They crave that which is still alive but near death, even having been known to attack shipwrecked sailors, scared for their lives. To catch one of these, you need to be clinging to life. Oh! Remember, it's the smell of impending death that attracts them. I see. So how would I get my health down? Okay, what else? Tigerfish. Jungle racer. I always want to catch a tigerfish, though they are elusive. What is that over there? It's like a little... Oh, was that one? Oh, it was a sandbar. Never mind. Rumor has it they're picky when it comes to bait. Will only eat a certain type. Wonder what type that would be. Jungle racer. Blink and you miss them. The jungle racer is known to be one of the fastest fish in the ocean. They can catch and eat almost any other fish, no matter how desperately he is trying to get away. They live for a chase that don't care much for a stationary bait. Okay. So you gotta cast and cast again, like you're fly fishing or something. Usob Joe is a big prize that I'm... Wait a minute. So the venomous barracuda is the other one. That's what I have to come to call it anyway. It's a rather small pink fish that I caught a glimpse of long ago. I was sitting on the shore of a jungle island much like this one. I had just stopped fishing to grab me a bite to eat. That's when I saw a little pink fish pop his eye out of the water and stare at me. He stared at me for just longer than was comfortable to be stared at by a fish. And then under he went. Ever since then, he has been in the back of my mind. I've even traded my lucky hat to add that little pink fish to my collection. To even have a shot at being lucky enough fisherman to catch him, you must first dress like a proper fisherman. Okay, so I gotta get this stuff first. I can help you here. I have some very lucky fishing clothes that you have in exchange for some of the other fish that I want. I am missing from my collection. When you are wearing a full set of fishing clothes, come back and talk to me and I'll give you some more information. Interesting. So I definitely had that guar snout. May your lines never tangle and your sinkers never float. That's pretty good. So what one is the guar snout? This one? No. What is this? Jungle Racer. This is venomous barracuda. And this is tigerfish. So I got the only one that doesn't give me anything. So venomous. Oh, I gotta get that one afterwards. Oh, this is venomous barracuda. Isn't it? No. I'm confused. Jungle Racer, venomous barracuda, and tigerfish. Okay. Alright, my friend, I shall be back some other time. Alright, so we just killed the Ambitious Poacher, and I almost missed him. So here is his boots. Thick hide boots, 10 max health, 7 physical armor. Ooh. That's pretty good, actually. Tails of Luthor, gold coin, jungle spear, okay, and ragged boot, a single boot well worn. Oh, I get to keep those. Awesome. Hey, me, what's up, me? I'm guessing you're the new guy, eh? Nice to meet you. I'm Victor 7. I'm the ship's head servant. You know where I can find the captain's aide? The captain's aide is usually on deck 3, right next to the bridge, in case the captain needs anything. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Life aboard is pretty simple if you don't stick your neck out. Do you know how I could get in contact with the captain? Direct contact for with the captain is for members of the command staff only. But you shouldn't worry about yourself with matters of the captain right now. Who knows, down the line, if you do well, there might be a promotion in it for you. I should get going. See you later then. Oh, I can open all these doors? Well, there's this guy. Examine radio.